Hello everyone. Welcome to Afro News South Africa. To support this channel, please kindly subscribe and share. Turn on the notification bell so you won't be left out in any video. This week, South African President Jacob Zuma was required to defend himself in court against claims that he engaged in unethical behavior while serving in his official capacity. In this case, Zuma is the target of the charges. The appeal lodged by Jacob Zuma was rejected by the court, which was a judgment that came as a great source of disappointment. Because of the crimes he committed while serving as President of South Africa, Jacob Zuma, who just recently stepped down from his position, is facing the prospect of spending the rest of his life imprisoned, even though he is no longer in office. The petition that Jacob Zuma submitted to the court was denied, which infuriated the attorney Darlene Pofu. There is a widespread consensus among members of the community that Darlene Pofu is an incompetent lawyer who will fail in all of his undertakings. On Friday, Darlene Pofu's appeal against Anil Mafe and Jacob Zuma was denied by the court. Pofu had lodged the appeal against the two men. The appeal lodged by Jacob Zuma was received with some of the most strident criticism from Judge Cohn, who was also one of the most vehement opponents of the verdict. They create the sense that they are frightening on whatever level imaginable. It has been asserted by Jacob Zuma's legal team that the basis for Judge Cohn's decision to dismiss the petition that had been submitted by the legal team was unreasonable. It has been determined by the High Court in Pretoria that Jacob Zuma should not be found guilty and should not be put to prison because he is too old and ailing to be able to serve time in prison for his own crimes, and because of this, the court has decided that he should not be found guilty. It does not matter where in the globe a person is located, they always have the opportunity to ask for forgiveness from those around them. The verdict that was given down by the highest court in South Africa should be respected by the Zuma administration. Since the beginning of his existence, South Africans have held him in low regard and looked down upon him with scorn and shame. The current president of South Africa, Jacob Zuma, is an outstanding individual who should be considered for the Nobel Peace Prize. Again, the end of the grace period has been expected for some time, but discussions around Zimbabwe's controversial exemption permit persist. When the grace period for the ZEP initiative ends on December 31st, it is unclear what will happen to the Zimbabweans who have benefited from it. For anyone who may have forgotten, the South African government has just extended the certificate that permits Zimbabweans to stay in South Africa illegally for another 4 years without penalty. Malandela, a South African Twitter user, is campaigning to have his countrymen extend the grace period so that Zimbabweans can remain in the nation. In his opinion, South Africans are fundamentally flawed because of how they handle the Zimbabwe exemption permit problem. He begs South Africa's Minister of Home Affairs to end discrimination against Zimbabweans living there. The tweet quotes him as saying, "Considering that Zimbabweans are our relatives and that we are all Africans, I think something is amiss in South Africa, and I strongly encourage Minister Aaron Motsoaledi to rethink his action."